Casinos make billions every year, but there are certain things players do that absolutely drive them crazy. Today, we're counting down 10 strategies that casinos hate, from simple tactics anyone can use to advanced techniques that can get you banned for life. Let's get started. Number 1. Card counting. Card counting is one of the most famous advantage play techniques in blackjack, and casinos absolutely hate it. Here's how it works. You track the ratio of high cards to low cards remaining in the deck. When more high cards are left, the odds shift in your favor and you increase your bets. When more low cards remain, you bet the minimum. The most common system is the high-low count. You assign +1 to low cards, -1 to high cards, and 0 to neutral cards. As cards are dealt, you keep a running count in your head. The famous MIT blackjack team used this technique to win millions of dollars in the 1990s. Here's the thing. Card counting is completely legal. You're just using your brain to track publicly visible information. But casinos are private property, and they can ban you for any reason. If they suspect you're counting, they'll ask you to leave, shuffle more frequently, or ban you entirely. Some casinos even share information about known card counters. So while you won't get arrested, you might find yourself unwelcome at casinos across the country. Number 2. Taking advantage of promotions and bonuses. Casinos offer promotions to attract customers, but they hate when you actually use them strategically. Welcome bonuses, free play credits, match play coupons, and loyalty rewards are designed to get you in the door. Most players use these promotions and then keep gambling until they lose everything. But smart players do something called bonus hunting or advantage play. They sign up for promotions, play exactly the minimum required to clear the bonus, and then leave. For example, if a casino offers $50 in free play, an advantage player will use it on the lowest house edge games, maximize their expected value, and cash out. Some players even travel to multiple casinos to collect different sign-up bonuses. Online casinos particularly struggle with this. They offer generous bonuses to compete, but professional bonus hunters can actually make consistent money. Casinos have responded by adding more restrictions, higher wagering requirements, and tracking players who only show up for promotions. If you're identified as a bonus hunter, you'll stop receiving the good offers. Number 3. Playing only low house edge games. Every casino game has a built-in mathematical advantage for the house called the house edge. Casinos hate when you only play games where this edge is smallest. Blackjack with proper basic strategy has a house edge around 0.5%. Baccarat's banker bet is about 1.06%. Craps pass line bet is 1.41%. Compare this to slot machines, which can have house edges of 5 to 15%, or American roulette at 5.26%. Smart players stick to the games with the best odds. They avoid the flashy slot machines, the tempting roulette wheels, and the complicated side bets. They play straightforward blackjack or baccarat, make the mathematically best bets, and give the casino the smallest possible edge. From the casino's perspective, these players are much less profitable. The casino still makes money in the long run, but it takes much longer, and the profit margins are thin. That's why casinos push the high house edge games with bright lights, sounds, and excitement. They're trying to lure you away from the smart bets. Number 4. Not drinking alcohol. Free drinks are one of the most famous perks of casino gambling, but there's a calculated reason casinos offer them. Alcohol impairs judgment, increases risk-taking behavior, and makes people more impulsive. A drunk player makes bigger bets, plays longer, and makes more mistakes. They're more likely to chase losses, ignore basic strategy, and fall for bad bets. Sober players are the casino's nightmare. They think clearly, stick to their strategy, and recognize when it's time to leave. They calculate odds properly, avoid emotional decisions, and don't get swept up in the excitement. This is why cocktail waitresses constantly circulate offering free drinks. They want you drinking. The more you drink, the more you're likely to lose. So, one of the simplest advantage play techniques is just saying no to alcohol. Stay sharp, keep your decision-making clear, and maintain discipline. Save the celebration drinks for after you've left the casino. Your bankroll will thank you. Casinos definitely notice sober, disciplined players, and they know these are the ones most likely to walk away winners. Number 5. Setting strict limits and actually leaving. The casino's business model depends on you staying as long as possible. The longer you play, the more the house edge grinds down your bankroll. Eventually, statistical probability ensures the casino wins. That's why they hate players who set strict limits and actually stick to them. Smart gamblers decide before they start, "I'll spend $200 or 2 hours, whichever comes first." Even better, they set a win goal. If I'm up $100, I'm leaving. Most importantly, they actually follow through. They don't negotiate with themselves or make exceptions. When they hit their limit, they cash out and leave, no matter what. Casinos design everything to prevent this. No clocks on the walls, no windows to see if it's day or night. Free drinks to lower inhibitions. Comfortable chairs to keep you seated. The exit is always far from the gaming floor. They make it psychologically hard to leave, especially when you're winning. The most dangerous thought in gambling is just one more hand. Disciplined players who can walk away are the casino's worst enemy because they're the ones most likely to leave with casino money. Number 6. Hole carding. Hole carding is a legitimate advantage play technique where you catch a glimpse of the dealer's face-down card. This happens because of sloppy dealing technique, not cheating on your part. Some dealers lift their hole card too high when checking for blackjack. Others angle it poorly when dealing. If you position yourself at the right seat, usually first or third base, you might see the card's value. This information is incredibly valuable. In blackjack, knowing the dealer's hole card essentially eliminates the house edge completely. You know exactly when to hit, stand, double, or split. The key is that you're not doing anything illegal. You're simply observing information that's been inadvertently exposed. You're not using mirrors, cameras, or marking cards. You're just watching carefully. However, casinos absolutely hate this. If they suspect you're hole carding, they'll take immediate action. They'll shuffle up, change dealers, ask you to move seats, or ban you from the property. Some casinos have even tried to prosecute hole carders, though courts have generally ruled it's legal advantage play. The casino's solution is better dealer training, but as long as humans deal cards, mistakes happen. Number 7. Using basic strategy perfectly. Basic strategy in blackjack is a mathematically proven set of decisions for every possible hand combination. It tells you exactly when to hit, stand, double down, split, or surrender based on your cards and the dealer's up card. Following basic strategy perfectly reduces the house edge to around 0.5%, one of the lowest in the casino. Casinos hate when players use basic strategy because it eliminates the profit from player mistakes. Most gamblers play by intuition or superstition. They hit when they should stand, stand when they should hit, and make emotionally driven decisions. These mistakes add several percentage points to the house edge. When you walk in with a basic strategy card and follow it religiously, you're playing almost even with the house. You're not counting cards or doing anything complex. You're just making the mathematically correct decision every single time. Some players even bring strategy charts to the table, which is completely legal. The casino can't stop you from using publicly available mathematical information, but they definitely notice. Perfect basic strategy players combined with good rules and penetration are barely profitable for the casino. Add in any comps or promotions, and the casino might actually lose money on you. Number 8. Playing slowly and betting minimum. Casinos make money through volume. The more hands dealt per hour and the higher the bets, the more profit they generate. This is why they hate slow players who bet the minimum. Think about the math. If the house edge is 1% and you're betting $10 per hand, the casino expects to make 10 cents per hand. If 60 hands are dealt per hour, that's $6 expected profit. But if you play slowly, take time to think, chat with other players, and generally drag out each hand, maybe only 30 hands get dealt. Now, the casino's expected profit is cut in half. Minimum bets also hurt their bottom line. High rollers betting hundreds or thousands per hand generate massive profits even with a small house edge. Minimum bettors generate pennies. Casinos want fast action and big bets. That's why they hate players who deliberately slow down the game, take forever to make decisions, and consistently bet table minimums. Some casinos have even implemented policies against excessively slow play. They want the cards flying, the wheels spinning, and the dice rolling. Time is money, and slow players waste the casino's most valuable resource. Number 9. Not using a player's card. Every casino pushes their player's club card. They offer points, comps, free play, and other rewards to track your gambling. On the surface, it seems like free benefits, but there's a strategic reason some advantage players never use them. Players' cards track everything: how much you bet, how long you play, your win, loss record, and your game selection. The casino builds a detailed profile of your gambling behavior. This information gets used against you. If you're a winning player, you'll receive fewer comps. Your offers will dry up. You might even get flagged for additional scrutiny. Card counters and advantage players who use cards make it easy for the casino to identify and ban them. Playing anonymously makes you much harder to profile. You're just another face in the crowd. The casino can't build a database on you, track your wins, or identify you as an advantage player. You sacrifice the free room offers and buffet comps, but you gain invisibility. For recreational players, cards are probably worth it. But for anyone playing with an edge, staying off the radar has real value. Casinos hate this because their entire loyalty program and surveillance system depends on identifying and tracking players. Number 10. Team play and signaling. Team play takes advantage play to another level, and casinos despise it. The most famous version is the blackjack team. One player acts as a spotter. They sit at a table betting minimum and count cards. When the count becomes favorable, they signal a big player to join the table. The big player bets large amounts only when the odds are in their favor. To the casino, the big player looks like a reckless high roller. They don't see them counting because they just sat down. Meanwhile, the spotter looks like a harmless minimum bettor. This technique allows teams to maximize profits while minimizing heat. Poker teams also use coordinated strategies, sharing information and soft playing each other to maximize collective profit. Some roulette teams have used computers or studied wheel biases together. The key is coordination and signaling. Teams can accomplish what individual players cannot. They can cover more tables, share bankrolls, and use sophisticated strategies. All of this is technically legal. There's no law against people working together, but casinos absolutely will ban entire teams if they identify the coordination. They share information about known teams across properties. Once you're identified as part of an advantage play team, you're done at that casino and likely many others.